Okay, it's been about 2.5 hours, so it's time to separate bread in two loaves. So here's what it looking like. What it looks like. Looks beautiful, raised quite a bit. So let's see. For the separation, I'm gonna need my baskets. They're called Benetons. This is what I'm gonna be putting my bread in. And I will need some rice flour. You can also use cornmeal. I suppose you could use regular flour too. I don't know. My wife tells me to use rice flour. So I'm putting a little bit of rice flour in each one of them. And kind of rotating it around to make sure that the flour covers the whole thing, so it doesn't stick when I have to take it out. There's one basket. Doesn't need very much, just a little bit, and then you rotate it around just like that. Do it. And next part is separating the dough into parts. And I always struggle with this because my parts are always not even. She tells that I should be weighing, but I guess I'm too lazy. So again, don't forget to wet your hands. So I'll just kind of put the dough on my work surface, and I have this tool. I just eyeball it and cut the dough in half. Here's my bread. And look, this one looks smaller than this one. Oh well. So I grab the dough and stretch it out, and this is the cut side. This is where I wanna fold my bread into the cut side. I'm gonna do it from the sides and just keep folding till you get this nice ball, and keep squishing the bottom part together. So stretch the top and squish the bottom, and you have to be careful here. You want to stretch the top so it doesn't get flat, so it stays stays together when you bake it, and at the same time you don't want to rip the surface. You want it to be nice and smooth. So well, this you'll get it with experience. This looks okay, so I'm just gonna put it into my basket, into my Benetton, with the stretched part down. Kind of make sure that the bottom stays together. It spreads apart, it's not a big deal. So yeah, this is what it looks like. And then I grab a clean towel and cover it with a towel. And if your climate is pretty moist, you can just leave it with the towel. We're very dry over here, so I like to put it in a plastic bag in addition. My plastic bag. And if you're not going to be baking it right away, you can stick it in the fridge. And this is what I'm going to do with one of my loaves. I'm going to put it in the fridge. And you can keep it in the fridge for probably up to 3 days, be okay? And I actually think that the best flavor you get if you keep bread in the fridge for 1 day and then bake it. You can also bake it today, but like I said, the best flavor I think is after you keep it in the fridge for 1 day. I wetted my hands again, and I'm working with the second loaf now. doing the same thing, stretching the surface and gathering the bottom together. And I do it in my hands. My wife does it on the work surface. I'm sure there are different methods of doing it. But so the goal is to stretch the surface so when you bake it, it doesn't go flat. And yeah, that's the goal. And this looks okay with some nice bubbles at the top. Okay, I'm gonna call it good. Again, I put it into the basket, into the Benetton, with the surface down, and try to make my bottom stick together so it doesn't spread all over. And I need a clean towel. So I will cover it with a clean towel and stick it in a plastic bag. So I'm going to bake this today. So I'm going to let it sit now for another hour or so, maybe even up to 2 hours. Well, an hour should be good. Hour to 2 hours, let's say. There you go, we're getting there.